Amigo, ¿cómo le va? ¿Todo bien?
Muy bien, ¿y usted?
Bien, gracias a Dios. ¿Qué ves tú?
The sons and Sole. She's the mother and she's the president of the company. She's the one who really, la mujer que manda. She's in charge of everything here.
Shade-grown coffee. We can have many kinds of shade-grown.
We went on a tour and it was fun. It wasn't anything like I thought. Everything was very natural. Like there wasn't anything man-made like a farm you see here, like no machines or anything set up. It was all like if you were walking through nature and just saw a plant. There wasn't any coffee beans out, which that was sad, but there was one. And he like opened it up and showed us all the pieces of that.
The color of the seed.
And I was surprised everything he said was easily understood. And I just think it's really, really neat that they do it because they love it.
There are many. This case, well, it's the only thing. I don't think like. Sweet.
I'm so fascinated about like the plants, the animals, everything. Like it fascinates me.
Can be helped by what I do.
I am always amazed at the amount of learning that's taking place on our capstone trip to Costa Rica. Students are writing a journal, and there's a private and a part that they allow me to read. And in reading the students' journals and their essays, and just seeing the reaction to the speakers that we have in the presentations is truly amazing. It's a very enjoyable part for me on the trip.
And I'm so grateful that I actually have an opportunity to leave out the country. And I think that it should be provided to more people to be able to experience something like this because it's really life-changing. And I'm appreciative, and I think it will make everyone that way of what they have or where they're from, just to see how another culture lives. And I just think it's real fascinating, and it's such a great experience, and I will remember this forever. I already know. Yeah.
So far, I think my favorite thing was going to visit the coffee farm. I really liked hiking around and watching the family dynamic and appreciating like the local business, the local flavor. The food was wonderful, of course. The land was beautiful, and the storm in the middle of everything with some of the loudest thunder I've ever heard was really awesome.
Yeah.
The food, my favorite meal so far is the one that we had at the coffee farm. I think that was the chicken was melt in your mouth chicken. So it was very good. And the juice, every single juice has been different and fresh and amazing.
Have you tried the fresco yet?
Yeah, it's so good.
I just think the people are awesome here. They are so friendly and nice. They cook good food.
Surrounding all like a movement, production for generations.
The mother, the Presidente, she fixed this wonderful meal, and like the salad, she was saying something to me I didn't understand, so I go see, and she just kept pouring more and more on my plate, and I just kept eating it, but it was great. I loved it. The food is good. I can eat Tico food every day. I can eat it every day.
The number of acid level, is it like 7?
She's bringing it out.
Okay, so
weaknesses and threats are negative. So it's cross, it's an axis that is internal, external.
Learning about how to operate as a team. When you're in class, you're there, but you're not, you're there to learn for yourself, but when you're on a trip, you have to cooperate. You have to learn leadership. You have to learn how to manage with a group, and that in itself is a learning experience, to be able to cooperate in a group setting and understand that people are out of their own. And so it's been a learning curve just from the people point of view, to look at different people. And I also enjoy learning the Spanish. We have a huge Hispanic population in America nowadays, and I think that just the ability to relate to that culture, be able to speak a little bit of Spanish and understand a little bit of the mindset will help us all pace through life day-to-day back home.
Okay, the SWOT analysis of strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats is as follows for our president and for Gabriel.
Amazing view, the great view of the mountains and the scenery, as well as the fruit and all.
When we went to the coffee farm, we did a SWOT analysis, which is SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. We did it to show the family what they could do to expand and how they could continue to make money and do what they love but help other people. We thought that they needed a logo, something that caught people's eye and to get people interested. Some of their weaknesses was the road that we came in on was really bumpy and made me car sick. And we just did everything to talk about and let them know what we think about what an outsider's view is about how to better their opportunities of maybe internationally selling their coffee.
Foreign students are like, with the Spanish immersion, like.
But I'm glad that they didn't seem to take offense to any of our suggestions, or any of their potential shortcomings weren't offensive in any way, which I don't think they would have been anyway. Like, hey, your place is really awesome, you could use some advertising. Because it's so awesome, people would want to come here if they knew about it. I mean, that was really at the heart of our SWOT analysis, I think.
Expand or add a product line, a new product line, as you're thinking of doing, they start with a strategic plan, and the beginning of the strategic plan is a SWOT analysis.
Like this trip, Costa Rica,
that you could teach different workshops, like the health benefits and the ideology and your processes.
I was at the coffee farm, and the son of the father came up to me and said, money doesn't buy happiness, but happiness is the main thing in our culture. And I thought that was really neat because it tied in what the culture actually is in Costa Rica. It's not all about the material things that make you happy.
Pra vida.